Hello everybody and welcome back to Ours Trains. My name's Corey and in today's video we'll be headed down the Hudson River to go visit my train pal Joey from Train Whisperer Productions all the way down in New Jersey. For those of you who have been following my channel for quite a while, you've heard Joey's name pop up time and time again, and that's because Joey and his father always come up from New Jersey to go see freight train action in upstate New York. So eventually I'd have to go back down to New Jersey to return the favor, which I did, and it was a lot of fun and we caught a lot of trains. And now this is going to be part one of 4 parts because we caught so many trains, including Amtrak, Metro North, New Jersey Transit, CSX, and NS, so quite the handful. Before we get moving on to the rest of the video, if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that red subscribe button down below so you don't miss out on any of my future videos, which are just like this because we got 3 more parts of this whole trip coming, you know, but we got other videos like this, real life trains, model trains, live stream, and so much more. So subscribe to make sure you don't miss out because this year's goal is 2K. Well, how about 2021 subscribers? Boom, there you go. That's a nice goal, but yeah, that's the goal. So if you haven't already, please make sure to hit that red subscribe button and go over to Joey's channel, Train Whisperer Productions on YouTube, and give him a sub if you haven't already as well. Anyway, let's get into today's video. So after a long drive down from the capital region, Joey and I met up at this place. Yes, this is a train station and quite possibly the smallest one I've ever seen. Joey and I met up at Manitou, New York, which is on the Amtrak / Metro North side of the Hudson River, with the CSX being on the western side of the river and seeing a lot less trains than the commuter side. Now, despite us nearly freezing to death because it was so cold, Manitou was really nice, with nature still thriving. It was very quiet and cold out, and the weather surely made for an interesting experience. With this being a very busy line, it wasn't long until we saw our first train of the day, which was MNCR 8824, with 204 trailing, one of the many GE P32 AC DMs we'll see today. Not long after 8824 flies by, CSX Q157 makes its way north up the CSX Riverline, with CSX 834 leading, a GE ES44 AC-H. With DPUs becoming very popular on freight trains these days, it's very common to always see one on the longer and heavier trains. Helping push 834 was CSX 3091, another ES44 AC-H. Coming out of nowhere and nearly catching us off guard was Metro North 8815, which was headed north with 225 leading. Directly behind that was our first Amtrak of the day, Amtrak 281, headed north as well with 713 leading. Yet again, another P32 ACDM, giving us a few friendly honks. Roughly about 30 minutes later was MNCR 8828 with a very special Metro North New Haven Heritage Unit 229 trailing on the end, which made me jump in surprise because I didn't know they went this far north somehow. After that off-guard catch, we got word of CSX Q158, which was headed south down the Riverline and was doing what Gevos do best, which is making a lot of noise. I believe CSX 834 is leading, but I was too zoomed out to make out any of the numbers. Save time, since Q158 wasn't very interesting, we catch Amtrak P280 with 710 headed south. Next up is what we believe to be MNCR 8728, which flies by headed south with Metro North 205 trailing. And no, don't listen to Joey, there's no heritage unit. What felt like ages later, MNCR 8834 wraps the corner with Metro North 203 taking the lead. Behind 8834 was Amtrak P233 with 709 leading, headed north. Finally, wrapping up our day at Manitou was one last MNCR train with 231 trailing, headed south. We didn't catch the symbol on this one, but it was nice seeing one last New Haven heritage in it before we left. Not going far, we crossed the river and headed to Mine Dock, which is right across the river from Manitou, but now we're next to the CSX tracks, which don't see nearly as much action as the commuter line. While waiting for Q003, we saw a handful of Metro and Amtrak trains, but unfortunately didn't get the symbols to any besides Amtrak P284, which will come up in a few minutes. It was really hard to hear anything, especially with the wind, but it was really cool seeing the trains from such a far yet scenic point of view. Here we see Amtrak P284 passing Manitou and making its way down to the big city. Finally headed north up the line was CSX Q003, which I nearly didn't catch despite Joey and I waiting at Mine Dock for over an hour. Leading 003 was CSX 889 and ES44AC-H.